would not be a farm in Oregon without Fields.
The one thing that I appreciate is when I call, you know who I am. Even though you have close to 200 clients, you know exactly who I am, what I do, and why I'm panicking at that moment.
I would suggest anybody that's thinking about joining, or those of us that are, is it worth the money to renew? It's absolutely worth the money to renew. It's worth being part of. Even the team, I've had other farms that I've been able to connect to and reach out to other farms and gather resources from other people, because someone else has experienced what you're experiencing, or you're going to be the trailblazer for the next person who's going to have the same question.
My name is Roberta Gruber, Program Director of the Oregon Farm Bureau FEELDS program, which stands for Farm Employer Education and Legal Defense Service. The FEELDS program was created 20 years ago because there was no single resource available for producers or farmers to turn to understand what was required of them concerning their employees by the state or federal agencies, and then how to comply with new or changing rules. Sure, farmers could contact each of the agencies directly, or they could decipher all of the administrative rules themselves, but this would leave them very little time to farm. So Oregon Farm Bureau decided to meet this need in 2001 with the creation of the FEELDS program. The focus of FEELDS is to make sure that member farms have information and help necessary to help them comply with the rules and still have time to farm. We help farm owners understand important changes in wage and hour rules, safety rules, and legislative action, because these things are always changing. We help farms comply so they can be successful during an unexpected audit or during a troubling employee lawsuit. We believe the FEELDS strategy not only helps the farm be successful with business compliance, but also helps protect employee rights and leans employees toward being successful and happy employees too. What are the benefits of a FEELDS membership? What's in it for me, you might ask? Many good things. As a FEELDS member, you get access to free monthly HR training webinars. You get access to a hotline number to call for instant answers to your questions or for guidance through some troubling employee situations that may be happening in real time at your farm. You receive company policies or the development of an employee handbook or the update of an outdated employee handbook in English and Spanish. You also receive email alerts about hot topic issues, either dealing with the legislature or federal and state agencies. As a FEELDS member, you also receive access to our legal defense service if you receive a demand letter from an employee's attorney claiming you have broken the law. The FEELDS program pays the first $10,000 of billable attorney time to represent you at no extra cost to you. This important feature of the FEELDS program allows you to fight the case based on its merits rather than simply settling because it's the cheaper option.
With the defense team, we've used it a couple times. One lawsuit started in 2016. It went on for 2 years. And the defense team helped us out there. We prevailed in the end.
To me, that, you know, the legal team was mentioned. That is the best insurance, if you will, I think we could have. We've actually contacted them directly a few years ago. We had a couple of issues come up. Fortunately, they didn't get dragged. We didn't get dragged into court, but it was mainly because of the proactive things that we had done because of suggestions from FEELDS that allow us to, you know, kind of put the fire, you know, the spark out before it turned into a raging conflagration.
It's really a fabulous membership program, and it is a benefit to all of Oregon agriculture. Do you want to know what members think about their FEELDS membership? Are you curious about why members virtually always renew their membership from year to year for decades? I have a few comments here from FEELDS members to share with you that might interest you about where they find value in their FEELDS membership.
The other thing I love about Roberta and our HR person likes about Roberta is if there's a question, I mean, she must be working 24/7, I swear. It's just amazing how quickly she will get back to us with an answer or a suggestion.
Especially seen lately in the labor area, in employee area, there are just a lot of rules, a lot of regulations to figure out to do things correctly, keep ourselves from being in trouble, but more importantly, to create an environment where employees can thrive. And the Farm Bureau and Fields program really helps in that area to help keep us abreast of legal issues, to advocate for our industry in front of the legislature. And so, you know, if I was going to try to do the infomercial, Farm Bureau adds value, makes a difference, and advocates for our industry, and I think those are all good reasons to be involved.
I think the webinars have been fantastic. They're kind of like little bits and pieces and information that we need to start thinking about or need to implement before we get inspected or behind on employee information, what we need to get out to our employees. And Roberta's on top of it all the time. The webinars is kind of a dose of 1 or 2 topics that help me organize and what I need to start thinking about. Especially the COVID information, I was able to reach out to Roberta and say, what's the quarantine requirements right now? How long do they need to stay away? What do they need to do? What can I ask them or what I can't ask them? And she got on it and sent me the information in a summary form so I can look at it and say, okay, well, you have symptoms, so you need to do this. That was extremely helpful.
When it comes to the constant updates with the handbook, the postings, the leaves at both state and federal level. And after this past year with the pandemic and the ever-evolving regulations and rules and knowledge, without Fields and definitely without Yoga Pants, I never would have made it through the pandemic.
My name is Stacy Cooper, Cooper Family Orchards here in the Dalles, Oregon. We farm 350 acres of mostly cherries, some pears. We joined FEELDS because we needed an HR team and we don't have one. We're a family farm, and that's where Roberta and the Farm Bureau fill in the blanks.
I'd say 30 employees, and during our busy season could be up to 150 employees seasonally. One of the biggest benefits that has always been, like other people have said, are the site visits. Having somebody be able to come out and actually care to familiarize themselves with the business and what the business needs are. Each farm is different. Everybody has different needs, whether they have HR, whether they don't have HR, the employee, the demographics. So Fields takes the time to actually get to know the farms personally and what each person needs individually.
And what's funny is over the years, my understanding of what we were supposed to do for our I-9s and then what we are actually supposed to do for our I-9s has changed. And so I'm super thankful to know now, I feel like I'm doing it right. And the last webinar went over every little detail of the I-9s. I just went through that, and then I went through all my forms, all my I-9 forms, and kind of checked those boxes. And then I can feel confident when I close that drawer that my I-9s are as good as I'm going to be able to get them.
I think one of the great benefits is that Roberta and the program makes me look amazing. It makes our company look amazing. And I've had my own children go to other jobs, and I'll come back to them and say, they are not doing that right, or they're asking you to do something that they should not be asking you to do, or that's not the right way to do things, because we've been so trained and so informed that oftentimes, we really know more. And so she makes us look amazing and extremely smart and knowledgeable.
If you would like to join the FEELDS program, if you would like to be in the cohort of Oregon agricultural employers who are in the know, simply go to the FEELDS page on the Oregon Farm Bureau website. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and you will see the FEELDS application, the checklist and instructions, the plan summary document that will tell you everything you need to know about the FEELDS program, and the payment agreement. Complete the application and payment agreement and mail it to the address listed in the instructions, and we will take care of the rest.